Hello, I am live. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cindy and thank you for checking out this video. As you can see by the title, we're going to talk about coffee today. So my name is Cindy and I work for VIP Kid, and I kind of have a lot of content on my channel about teaching for VIP Kid and teaching online. I have to change my welcome video because our job with VIP Kid is sort of dissipating. So the people in China have decided that they don't want the foreign teachers for their students. And the word is that they are going to change to AI teachers, which is very interesting. So they have, recorded all these teachers and they have a way of turning it all into AI, which would save them a lot of money. Um, I don't really think that would be the same feel as having a real human as a teacher, but that's what we have to deal with. Hello, Dawn. Thank you for coming. So, yeah, I was talking to my students. I do have an in-person job now, and I was talking to my students and asking them, what do you think about AI teachers? They were online for the last year. They did some online work, and it's just not the same. Virtual teaching with an AI teacher, it's not the same. I also saw a video recently that said, if you're trying to learn a new language, don't worry about it because there will be coming a day where you can just talk to the computer and it can translate it for you. So, but, what if we don't have a computer? What if we don't have access to the technology? So, I am a teacher and I really believe that in-person teaching is the best, if at all possible. Hello, Jason. And I don't believe that any type of computer is going to replace the awesomeness of one-on-one people. It's just not going to, no matter what anybody says. The technology can keep coming, but there will be nothing better than your own family, your own people in person. I mean, I love my online friends. I love getting to know people from all over the country. But there's nothing like that one-on-one personal attention. So I figured on this channel, I'm going to keep working the channel and we'll see what kind of content I end up with. I have 500 subscribers, but a lot of those are from like different types of audiences. So I figured today I'm just going to talk about coffee. That's something most of us can relate to. Do you drink coffee? So, yeah, I've seen the earbuds that translate a foreign language when someone is speaking to you. Wow, that is amazing. I've seen like they also have technology where if someone's dyslexic, they can like put this thing on the written page and it will read it audio. I mean, there are a lot of amazing things coming forward. Coffee is wonderful in the education field. But I think that, we have to keep in mind there's priorities. If the technology is helping us, it's good. If it's not helping us, it's bad. We have to keep in mind that there's always going to be good and bad in everything. And that's what I loved about VIP Kid is that we were using it for something good and we were really just a lot was coming out of it. And I don't know, as much as we may think that it's the end of the world in some ways, we don't know. It might come back. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We can think we do, but we really don't. You know, Life is full of twists and turns. So let's talk about coffee. I found an article that gives 15 ways that we can benefit from coffee. Now, if you do not like coffee, that's totally fine. Like, you don't have, I understand that some people don't like coffee, but there are some also people that say, um, coffee is bad for you. You should not drink coffee ever. But there are some good things that coffee can do for you. I drink coffee. I've had times where I stop drinking coffee for a period of time, and that's okay too. Let's see. I had a kid in China in one of my Engu classes this weekend. Oh, cool. Don has never drank coffee. That is interesting. So, yeah. What do you what do you drink in the morning? Like, I just like having something hot. I grew up, I always drank hot tea, and my mother always drank it black. But I'm trying to find this article that I found earlier. Right before I came on here, I was looking up something and I forgot I wasn't going to change my thing here, but I changed it. So now I have to find it again. Um, so yeah, so I grew up drinking hot tea, and I drank it black. My father always drank black coffee. So my mother drank black tea, my dad drank black coffee, and my father even liked instant coffee. I think that is really disgusting. I've heard a lot of bad things about instant coffee, but for some reason he liked it. But around where I live, there's Dunkin' Donuts, there's Starbucks, there's all these coffee places. Hello, Stephanie. And there's just so much coffee around here. Okay, so I can't. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I switched my channel. And as much as I do computers, like I have a hard time finding the original articles that I had. Okay. Hopefully if I click on this one, it will bring me to the right one. So as much as you do computers, sometimes things get confusing. Okay. So, yeah. So, people around here love coffee. This right here is my Dunkin' Donut coffee mug. This is an older mug. And people around here, there is like a Dunkin' Donuts on every corner. Stephanie says she's sitting in a no-show. Dawn says, I like about 4 ounces of OJ. Otherwise, I drink water or unsweetened tea. Secret to good health. That is awesome. I love water too. That water is my choice of drink any other time I'm not drinking coffee. So, and I'm not like I don't consider myself a coffee addict, but I do like coffee. So, like I said, I've gone times where I said, okay, I think I'm addicted. I'm going to stop drinking coffee for a while. And so, but there are some benefits. It says here, number one, it can improve your energy levels and make you smarter. After you drink coffee, the caffeine is absorbed into your bloodstream. From there, it travels to your brain. In the brain, caffeine blocks the inhibitory neurotransmitter. When this happens, the amount of others, enhancing firing the neurons. So, in any case, it can help benefit and make you smarter. Interesting. It can help you burn fat. It can drastically improve your physical performance. Okay. For some people, they need a cup of coffee to get up. Contains essential nutrients. May lower your risk of type 2 diabetes. May protect you from Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Interesting. Okay. It may lower your risk of Parkinson's. May protect your liver. Can fight depression and make you happier. Some people that does work. May lower risk of certain types of cancer. Doesn't cause heart disease and may lower stroke risk. May help you live longer. The biggest source of antioxidants in the Western diet. The bottom line, coffee is a highly popular beverage around the globe that boasts a number of impressive health benefits. Not only can your daily cup of joe help you feel more energized, burn fat, and improve physical performance, it may also lower your risk of several conditions such as type 2 diabetes, cancer, and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. In fact, coffee may even boost longevity. If you enjoy its taste and tolerate its caffeine content, don't hesitate to pour yourself a cup or more throughout the day. Interesting. Okay, so my coffee story is I drank tea my whole young life. And then when I got into high school, I remember going to this place where we got a bunch of donuts. I think we were having doing a fundraiser or something. And we got umpteen dozen donuts to bring back to the school to sell. And while we were waiting, the owner of the place said to me and my friend, have a cup of coffee. So he put a cup of coffee in front of us, and I was like, I don't drink coffee. And my friend was like, I don't drink coffee either. So we were really embarrassed that, here this person was really nice to us and we didn't even drink coffee. So we kind of let it sit there because at that time I hated coffee. And hello, Kathy. And Dunkin's always gets rated the best coffee, but I have to try it. I've yet to try it. Oh, interesting. It may or may not keep me from snapping at someone in the morning. That's a good health benefit for others, right? So, yeah, Dunkin's, I like Dunkin's the best. We have Starbucks. I do not like Starbucks. I feel like it's too strong for me. And I also drink mine black. So, anyway, back to my thing with my friend. I was like, I think that people really socialize over a cup of coffee. And I think it's important for me to learn to drink coffee because that will open doors to talk to people and sit down around a cup of coffee. And so I started drinking coffee. And since my dad drove, have it, my dad drank it black, and I always drank my tea black. I just drank coffee black, and I'm really glad that I drink it black because I don't have all the creamer, I don't have all the sugar, and I feel like that stuff is what kind of makes it unhealthy, especially when I see people putting like 5 things of sugar in it, and it's almost like a sugar and milk drink that tastes a little bit like coffee. So I drink mine black and I really like it. And I'll drink any kind of coffee, but if it's a really cheap kind from the grocery store that's really inexpensive, I'll try it, but I don't always like it. And that kind of makes me sad, but then I feel like I'm a little bit spoiled. But I just, if it's really the cheap kind, like the instant or the really cheap coffee from the grocery store, I just can't do it. But, umpteen, I haven't heard that for many years. I guess that, shows my age, right, Dawn? And Jason says, "My first coffee was at a high school football game on a cold night. The concession stand ran out of hot chocolate. So I bought a coffee with sugar. I've loved it ever since." Awesome. And I always loved coffee ice cream, but I don't even think that regular coffee tastes like coffee ice cream. So that's my coffee story. I kind of made myself like it. And after I started drinking coffee through the years, like, of course, I have 13 children. So I was supposed to limit myself when you're pregnant, and drink coffee. So I would try to limit myself. For the first child, I never drank a cup of coffee while I was pregnant. After that, I just did what I wanted, but so I just, I like it because it's a social thing, and when you get together with people, you can get together over a cup of coffee. This morning, I actually went out for breakfast with my husband because I'm usually teaching at this time, and so we have a nice little place down the street that we go, and, I have a short video about it, and it's kinda a quaint little breakfast nook in my town, and we went down there, we had some breakfast, and I hadn't had a sip of coffee, so we went in, had some coffee, had some breakfast. So I think I really do like it now, so I'm glad that I can read that there are some health benefits of coffee, and it's very exciting. But, and for me, I can drink coffee any time of the day, and it doesn't really keep me up. I don't feel like it changes me in any way. I know everybody's different, so I'm not saying it's for everyone, but it is a fun thing to to do with friends, go out for coffee or have coffee at their house, and it is something now that I do enjoy. So, there are some side effects though. For some people, it could cause anxiety. I know some people have said it kind of makes them anxious about things. It can cause insomnia. If you drink too much, it could cause you. And these days, we don't need anything else to increase our potential for insomnia. I know sometimes I have that coffee or no coffee. It could give digestive issues. And I have found that I feel like it's all the milk and sugar that people put in it. But, that's something to be aware of. It can do a muscle breakdown. I read all about that. It can cause addiction. So you need to be careful not to be addicted. If you feel like you're addicted, I would do a detox. Personally, I've done that many times. It can cause high blood pressure, rapid heart rate, fatigue, frequent urination and urgency. It can cause the bottom line light to moderate caffeine intake seems to provide impressive health benefits in many people. On the other hand, very high dosages may lead to side effects and interfere with your daily living. To get the best benefits of caffeine without undesirable effects, conduct an honest assessment of your sleep, energy levels, and other factors that might be affected and reduce your intake as needed. And I found this information on healthline.com. This is what they had in there for that. So, yeah. So Dawn says, I've missed out on the whole coffee thing, but I'm happy others enjoy it. There's still time to join in, Dawn. It's not over till it's over, right? But if you're happy without it, that's okay. You get what you want. When I was just a tea drinker only, I would just carry around some tea bags and then I would just get a cup of hot water. And, people are usually more than willing to give you a cup of hot water. And then I used my own tea bags. And when I was like going through the like detoxing from coffee, I would do the same thing. And I would just carry around like the non-caffeinated tea, herbal teas and stuff like that. And who cares? They don't know what you're drinking. You're just being sociable, right? So, yeah, so that's my story. And I do like Dunkin's, but right now, like to save money, this is the other thing. Going around and buying coffee at different coffee places, I'm not really a fan of because it is very expensive. So we actually go to Dunkin's, we'll buy like the pound bag and we will just do it at home. Um, there are times that I do go out to get coffee, but I don't make a habit of it. And I just think it's really expensive to go out and buy coffee. And some people kind of do this every day. And I don't know, I'm kind of the type of person that likes to save money. So to save money, we cook our coffee. We make our coffee at home, and we actually have had lots of experiences with different types of coffee pots. So that could be a whole nother video. What type of coffee pot do you use? We currently have a coffee pot that has one side you can use one of those pods, like a Keurig pod, and you stick it in there and it makes 1 cup of coffee. And on the other side of it, you can make a whole pot of coffee. And I kind of prefer the pot of coffee and just keep it hot and just I feel like that is more economical than the pods, but sometimes the pods come in handy. So, Dawn says, I'm afraid I'd be one of the ones to put 9 sugar packets in with a 3/4 half. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's healthy, drinking sugar every single day. So, if I were that type of person, I would, like, cut down on the sugar, totally. But I do like the taste of coffee, and I think it is an acquired taste, like, when I first started drinking coffee, I did not like it at all, but I just kept sipping it, and eventually like, last night, I was at the fair, and, it was a little crispy, like, the air was a little cool, and I'm like, "I really could use a cup of coffee right now." So we kinda had to go around, there weren't a lot of places open for coffee, and we finally found some. So and usually I don't drink like a big huge cup. I'll drink a cup of coffee, like a regular cup of coffee, and I'm okay for a while. And like I don't really have any coffee in here because I actually went out for coffee this morning for breakfast. And in our town, we have this little breakfast nook, and think we paid like $8 for 2 scrambled eggs, bacon, and home fries, and an English muffin. I thought that was pretty good. It's like a hometown breakfast nook, and they only do breakfast, and it was pretty good. And so, yeah, so we had coffee there as well. So that's my coffee story. So there are good things about it, there are bad things about it. So you have to kind of like evaluate yourself and figure out, is this working for you? Is this a good thing? I know a lot of us online teachers, we have gotten up early. And one of the things we talk about is get up early, get your coffee going. And now we are changing our lives. Virtual teaching is taking on a new face, you know. I've taught for VIP Kid for 4 years and I loved it. I got up early and like this morning I didn't have any classes. We actually have a week off because it's a Chinese holiday and we have been cut off from holidays, weekends, and any special days. So we're definitely not teaching. Some people are saying that we won't be teaching in October at all. I do have a couple of bookings. The truth is that some people still have paid, like the Chinese parents, they pay like years in advance. So they may have classes already paid for. So the company said they can keep teaching, they can keep taking classes until their package runs out. So some teachers are still booked, and I only have a couple of bookings left. But we don't really know for sure after the holiday that they're going to be open. There's no guarantee. We could wake up one day and it's all disappeared. So it's, yeah. So my channel is all about teaching online and using the iPad for teaching. The very last update for the iPad was the new update is not able to be used for VIP Kids. So people who have updated their iPads are now in trouble. They have to either use a computer or a different iPad. So thank you for coming on, Cindy. Now I have to get back to painting your kitchen. Awesome. Yeah. Well, that's great. Updating and painting. I did some of that this summer as well. I was thinking I need to repaint my kitchen too. I've been in my house for over 20 years and everything needs to be updated. So I did my living room and my dining area. I painted those this summer, but I didn't get to the kitchen yet. So good job and keep up the great work. So I'm coming on here. I'll probably think of different topics to talk about that kind of relate to teachers and life in general. And so stay tuned. Some of my friends were saying I usually come on Saturday mornings. It was 9:15 after VIP Kid classes, but now we don't have classes. So who knows what everybody's doing right now, probably sleeping in or spending time with their families. I do have an out school class at 10 a.m. So I'm still teaching with out school. I have a second grade emoji math class today at 10 a.m. Then I have a knitting class on Monday nights. I also have a piano lesson on Sunday afternoons, actually. Oh, thank you, Dawn. And yes, I've been doing some prayer times. I've been kind of putting them on my Facebook group because those are friends and not everybody clicks on my YouTube videos. So I figured that I might get more people to pray with me on Facebook. So I just, it's not about trying to get views or anything. I just want to get the prayers out there. So, yeah. So I'm trying to just speak to the people, and I thought this might be a good, fun topic to talk about today with coffee. And my coffee maker story is a little complicated. Maybe we'll talk about that another time. So, thank you for watching and check out I have some really great interviews. I have an interview with my friend who lives in Ecuador. I met through VIP Kid. I also have an interview with teacher Tina. She's a famous VIP Kid teacher. and she has a lot of really great videos. She's a wonderful person, and she has a new teaching platform that she's working on, which is kinda cool. And so, yeah, there's a lot of new teaching platforms, a lot of new ways to branch out. And so I'm just thankful for the experience that I've had with VIP Kid and everything I've learned from it. And so stay tuned, and we'll see what we have next time. I hope you guys have a really great Saturday, and I'll see you next time.